Okay, hi, I'm going to be talking about the audience research that we did before we made our title sequence, or opening sequence. So basically we did a questionnaire survey and we just asked different questions. So the first one was what sort of situations you'd expect to see in a thriller movie, and most people answered murder. We didn't really look at murder. We didn't actually show what we were looking at, but it was about death, or it could be about suicide, but it was mainly about death. So yeah, we followed that. The next question was, what colours would you mostly expect to see in a thriller? And the most people said dark colours. Like half people said dark colours, a few said red and blue, and then some people said bright colours. And as you can see, in our actual title sequence we did follow this. We've got dark colours here. So yeah, it was blue, kind of grey colours, but anyways. What is a typical location for a thriller film? 57% said dark places was the most typical location. A few said city, countryside, and then some said beach. Ours wasn't set in a dark place. We set it in an everyday location, as you can see. It's just an everyday street, so I guess that you'd say that's city, but we did this to make the audience seem more paranoid or anxious whilst watching, because they know that it's an everyday scene and like anything could happen now, because if it's happened to Elliot, our character, then it could happen to the audience while they're watching it in an everyday setting. So what types of props do you tend to find in a thriller? 33 said weapons was the most likely prop to be found. Doesn't really explain much. Some said knives, guns, and other flowers, but we didn't use any weapons in our opening sequence. We thought we'd keep it more neutral, sort of. And yeah, when he is being attacked, as you can see, there are some hands, which maybe you could say were the weapons or props. We had other props too, like a card for when he's going to his parents' grave. There it is.
I miss you guys.
What emotions do you expect to feel when watching a thriller? The majority said excited. I don't know why they'd say that. I would say that I was scared when watching a thriller, but I guess the tension builds up, get more excited or feeling anticipation. What type of music would you expect to hear in a thriller film? 48% said tense music here. Some said low pitch, high pitch, upbeat. Ours at the beginning started off quite I don't know how to describe it. It was kind of upbeat but high pitch at the same time, and then not upbeat. This is what it sounded like. So that was kind of like violin instruments, like droning, quite sad music, but at the same time it was quite bouncy. And yeah, and then at the end the music changed and it turned to this. So I'd say that's tense music, and it kind of builds up as well. What do you expect the titles to look like? Some said fade, some said would evoke eerie feelings, some said there wouldn't be any titles at all. The majority said fade. Ours did fade, I think. Yes. Let's just check. That faded in, and then it faded out. Then that one faded in as well. So yeah, we went with that, and we used all the information that we found in our questionnaires. We tried to incorporate into our opening sequence.